myself Arnav Kapoor, and today I'm going to be showing you how to code this age calculator. You're going to have something like this at the end of the video. So when you click run, you will type in what your age is. I'll just say 9 since I'm 9 years old. And then when you click calculate age, it will tell how many hours you're old, how many minutes old, and how many seconds old you are. So just click calculate age and you get all these. So let's get started. So this project is going to be an app lab. So I'm just going to click create and here's app lab. So first of all, what we're going to have to start with is so we're going to have to start with designing the app like I did with when I showed you it. So design, and here when you go into design, you'll see all of these options. Take this button and put it over here, and then in the button you can type anything you want, but in there I'm going to just type in calculate age. Age. So in here you can see ID. So the ID is button 1. So we'll know we'll know how it is. Like, what do we say? Button 1. So we'll know it's called button 1 in the code. So we can just type in button 1, click something like you know what I'm saying. So when we have done with the button, we will take a label here, the ABC, the label up here, and let's type in the title, age calculator, right there. And you can change the font and you can change the color. Over here, I'm just gonna change the color, text color to blue. Maybe like that, yeah. And then you can also change the background color. I'm gonna change the background color to red. Background color red. It's not changing. It's transparent. And then we can make it slightly transparent, so the letters are visible. Yeah, something like that. And then let's just change, I think I can change the width of this to the height of it, to 10. No, 10 is too less. 18. Yeah, 18 is good. And then I'm just gonna change the text color to dark-ish and text and transparent a little. Yeah, there. So now when we have this, the title, we can't type anything in this, but in the next thing we can type. And here I'm gonna take a text input and I'm gonna type something in before it, which is gonna be enter age. Oh yes, move this down here and then add a label over here. We're gonna add something in it after we do this one. So right here we need to type change this to age and put a bracket and years and yeah, and I'm just gonna add that so we can type it in. And then when we have that, you can just put the width a little lower. I'm just gonna change it to 190, 170. Yeah, that's good. And then maybe we can just change it over here. And And I'm just gonna change the background color, something like yellow. Yellow. Actually, let's just remain it white. So then they can type it in, and then maybe increase this 80. Yeah, that's better. And then now in this label that we pulled out before. And one more thing, change this title's what do we call this title here, age calculator. Just change the ID to so we'll know what it is. Change it to title. I'm just gonna put all caps lock, like capitals, and text over here. Write down and over here in text, delete the text and write down enter age in years with all the you can keep all lowercase, or I'm just putting it all like this. Every letter has a capital. The first every word has a capital of the first letter, and then over here I am just gonna change the text color to like blue, and then change it like a little transparent type. Yeah, like that. And then you can also change the font, which I am gonna do here too. So guys, we got a little like design, but how we can change the font is like go to design if you're not, and then if you're not on design, just go to design and then click on age calculator, or like whichever one you want to change the font of. I'm gonna change the age calculator. I'm gonna change all of this, even the buttons. So first let's change the title, age calculator. Oh, I spelled age calculator wrong. I just realized that. There, now it's correct spelling. Okay, so here, when you go from here and just scroll down a little, and you'll see font family, and you can change it. I'm gonna change it to this one because I like it a lot, and it looks really good. You can also change the theme, but before I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna finish the design and then we can change the theme. Now I'm gonna do the same font family for all of these. This one too. This one, same one. Oop. There. Now we have this. So guys, we got some design done, but we still need to add some more. Now, as you know, we need to do some code. So let's do some code before we do it, or maybe we can keep designing. I think we should just design it right now, because we need some designing before we do the code. So let's just finish the designing and then we can do the code. So first, let's start with another label here. Now I'm just gonna type in UR because, as I told you, I'm gonna be doing one with hours, minutes, and seconds. So UR and then we're gonna take a label, put it here, and just empty the whole thing out. Just increase it a little. Do the same thing, like make 3 more of these. So I'm just gonna hit duplicate here, duplicate here, and maybe I'm gonna move the button a little lower. Move this. Yeah, so we have all the labels here. Now that we have all the labels, I'm just gonna put a background color in this so like we can see it. So for the first one, hours old, I'm gonna make it like turquoise. So turquoise around here, and put it like this, and it's fully transparent, something like that. Yeah, I like that. So that's the hours old. Then over here, let's choose a different color for the background color of the minutes old. So let's take red. So I'm just gonna put this here, make it a little transparent. And then for this one, I'm just gonna even this out a little here. Here, move this, and maybe you can put this a little up. Yeah, that's perfect. And then here we can change this. Maybe think I like maybe pink. Let's try pink. Pink around here. Make it a little. Yeah, that looks good. These are 3 good colors for this. Now we are gonna need some more labels. One here, one here, and one here. So it looks kind of plain, guys, but after we finish the designing, it's gonna look really awesome. So when we have this, so we I think I should change like the size of this font. So maybe like the writing. So I'm just gonna say like font size. Over here underneath the font family, there's font size. I'll change it to 20. And then maybe this one like 50. No, that's already 20. That's good. And then here, this one's 13, 20. Actually, no, 20 I think is too big. 17. No. 15. No. 13. Yeah, 13. You are, and just change this to. Let's change the color. When we select the theme, then it will automatically change this for us. So I'm just gonna choose a theme, and I think I would like to go with glow in the dark. Ooh, but it kind of doesn't make these visible. So let's change it to robot. Nah. Berry patch. No. Dark scheme. No. Peachy. Yeah, I kind of like peachy. Yeah, let's take peachy. And then change this to maybe the background color a little. Change the background color to here like that. Ooh, that's not good. They're transparent and maybe a little brighter. Yeah, that's good. And then the text color. Okay, there. Then we got all this set. Just what I'm gonna do is just change the color of the font. And the font family, yes. And the color of the font of like the text. What was it? Maybe orangish. Okay. Orange, yellow, like bright yellow, transparent, orange, transparent it a little, make it darker. Yeah, that's really good. Here on these labels, we needed to write in hours old, hours old, and here old, and then over here on hours old, click on it, and then you will get these options. Change the text to hours old, and then here the ID, change it to label hours. Then we're gonna do the same thing for minutes, but instead change this to label minutes. I don't know. I really want to change the color of this because it kind of looks really, what do we say? I don't know, text color. Here, it's not changing this. And then what I'll do is just change this to center. Here, text alignment. And say right, left. I don't know what justify does, but I'm not really sure. I'm just gonna pick center. And then yeah, and then we can just put it like this. Yeah, and that's good. So after we have done all this, let's go back to the minutes and just do minutes code, and then over here go to text on the next one, change this to seconds code, and change this ID to label seconds. And let's just make sure we did all. Label minute. Yeah, we did all. Seconds. Now our designing is complete. So now that it's complete, I'm just gonna change like the, what do we say, size. So size is also quite important here, and it's too big. I think I should just leave it to like the way it was, 13, or maybe like 15. Yeah, 15 is good for all of them. 15, and the font looks really good. So, and I think I should just change the font because it kind of looks good with it. There, and maybe I can just bring this closer together like that. And then this calculate age is like this. Okay, now that we're done with our designing, let's get coding. So first, of course, we'll always start with the on event, and then whatever is the ID. So here we're going to be using our button, and when it clicks, what's the ID of our button? Over here, go into the mobile or phone and just go ahead to the button, and it'll show you the ID over there. The ID shows right there. I can't scroll on it, but it shows the ID right there. So the ID is button 1. So just type it in, or you can select it from the drop down list and click. So when button 1 is clicked, now we want a text input. So we want like a text of our hours. So we will get how much like hours old we are. So here what we need to do is take this set text block and put the ID of our hours old, which is label hours. So label hours. And if you look at the drop down list, we have a whole lot of options because we did a lot of designing. And you'll see that all of pretty much most are labels because we had to put a lot of labels. This one, you're going to be able to type in your age, and then it'll tell you how many hours you are, minutes, and seconds. So when you type in label hours, in the text, you would go to math here and take these multiplication signs. And then in this one, you go to UI controls and write down get text. Then you would say text input 1. Over here, the ID of our age bracket, years bracket, like that one. It has the ID text underscore input 1. You can just select it. I'm just gonna type it in. Text text underscore input 1. Put 1, and then over here, text input 1. Okay. Yeah, and then over here, we're gonna put. So the way this will do the math is let's say so the math is, so in a year there's 365 days, as we know, and then in a day there's 24 hours. We need to figure out how many hours we are, so write down 365 on this input over here times 24. So now if we were to try this and we type down our age and then we click calculate age, it'll only tell over here. So why it's telling here is because we accidentally put label hours. We need to change that to this one. So what's the ID? Label 4. I accidentally put label hours, so let's just change that to label 4, as the ID of this one is label 4. Label 4. Now if we were to try this, it will come on this. Oh, we forgot to type in our age. I'm just gonna type in 9 and calculate age, and it tells me how many hours old I am. So now we're just gonna do the same thing but with minutes and seconds. It's just the same algorithm with set text, but instead it'll grow by 1 multiplication. So here I'll just do the label 5, as that's the ID. Oops, label 5. Okay. Then over here in text, as we know, we're gonna put through. So we're gonna put, instead of 2, we're gonna put 3 of these. 2, 3, and then over here, we're gonna put our get text. Yeah, get text. So here we're gonna put get text. And now we're just gonna put the same thing, text input 1. So text. Okay, I don't want to type the whole thing, I'll just copy it. Ooh. There. And then we're just gonna do the same thing here, but we're gonna have to type in a few more things. So 365 over here. And then over here we're gonna, so we know there's 365 days in a year, and then in a day there are 24 hours. And then how many minutes are in an hour? 60 minutes. So we're gonna time all this, and then when we try this, we're gonna get 0 since I didn't type in anything. So let's just, run it. Type 9. And now if you were to calculate age, we'll get this. Now we're gonna do this with seconds. So take label seconds. Here, what's our ID? Here, yeah, label 6. So label 6, as that's the ID over here. And then we're just gonna type add this here. So now that we have all these, we're gonna put a get text. Get text. There, get text. ID text input 1. There. Now over here we're gonna type in 365. Here we're gonna type in 24. So 365 days in a year, 24 hours in a day, 60 minutes in an hour, and 60 seconds in a minute. So now it would tell us how many seconds old we are. So if we were to click calculate age, we need to type in our years, 9, and calculate age. Bam. As you can see, we get all our like how many hours, minutes, and seconds old we are. So as you can see, it just took us 5 lines of code, and you can also see this in text. Here's how it looks. And change that back to blocks. So we did a lot of designing in this project, and you can play around with this project, such as you can even put 100 years old and it'll still calculate it. Now I think we should make a bigger width for all these, and then you can even say like a whole lot of years, like let's say this many years. It would still calculate the exact number of how many seconds, minutes, hours old you are. You can, like, I'm gonna try 1-year-old, and it's not gonna be that many. How about, I think it's gonna be too many. Okay, now calculate age. Yeah, it's actually going to be too many because that's eternity. Yeah, so. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. And don't forget to like and subscribe.